What's up, everybody? John Delarose here, the leading Hispanic voice in science fiction. I'm going to do a 2-for-1 review today with the Hulk by Jason Aaron, volumes 1 and 2. I got the hardcovers of these on the cheap at Half Price Books for their sale, and that was pretty nice. So I like reading hardcovers, and that makes me happy. But this is all collected in a complete collection, so you can get this as one book if you would like. The first book had Marc Silvestri on art, which is pretty nice. I haven't read any Jason Aaron work before, so this was a first for me, and I'm mildly up to speed on what's going on in the Hulk. You get this cool Silvestri art in here, as mentioned. I mean, you know, when he's on here, which is only for a few issues, unfortunately, just beautiful to look at. But what's it's just incredible. But what has happened here basically is Bruce Banner is separated from the Hulk. He's on an island. He's making all these Hulks to try to kill these Hulk creatures, to try to kill the Hulk. He wants to get his Hulk powers back. And the Hulk teams up with this Amanda Von Doom, quote, no relation, but she is a relation, spoiler, and tries to take down Bruce Banner. And so this is a twist because, you know, they've had this split before, but they haven't had them really this at odds and trying to kill each other on this level before. So yeah, we have Dr. Doom make an appearance in here. Very interesting. I like the first 4 issues. This was a very fast read. It's kind of a decompressed story. So you see it ends up with like a, you know, big issue, and it turns out that Doom is the one who helped separate Banner and Hulk to begin with through this. Even though Marc Silvestri doesn't finish up the art duties, it's still pretty nice as it goes along. I forget who did it. Let me see if it's listed in here. But it culminates with, let's see, we get, how do you pronounce that? Whilce Portacio? Sorry if I butchered that. Very nice, you know, as far as somebody to replace Silvestri, which is impossible, you know, he did a pretty good job wrapping this up. One thing I didn't like is Amanda Von Doom. They really just get into weird, I guess, sexual fetish things with her, which I don't like because, you know, the Hulk is, you know, kind of a kid's book. And I know it's got its like rating parental advisory on it, but, you know, you throw that on the back tiny of a book. I don't know. This is a character that's designed for kids, so I don't dig that so much. And this is where that happened, and you know, she locks herself in a room with some Hulks, and there's some implied, you know, nastiness there. But it ends up with Bruce Banner allegedly dead, and the Hulk, you know, feeling like he's going to be at peace for once in this first volume. Other than that weird bit with Amanda Von Doom, I don't know why they have to put that stuff in modern comics. There was like absolutely no need for it. You know, editors should have probably toned that down, and this would have been totally fine as a read. Pretty good. I really enjoyed it. Like I said, it was a fast-paced. I like the art in it. And then what happens is the artists get really inconsistent for this volume coming up here. There's somebody new on every single issue. It's like they couldn't figure out who to deal with this run. And it starts out with the Hulk fighting with the Red Hulk gal, Red She-Hulk. I don't know how you pronounce that at this point. And I like the art quality really took a dive at this point for this issue. He's back, and she's wondering what happened with Banner. We have a little side thing with these eyeball villains, you know, which is pretty humorous, and then they team up to knock them down, and we get a weird, you know, sexy interchange here, which is also kind of unnecessary. It's not as bad as the one in the prior volume with the Amanda Von Doom, but again, like, I could have done without them. Keep your eyes open. If he's in there, I want him to see this. It's like, okay. You know, I could have done without that again. I don't really like Steve Dillon's art. I just don't think it works well with the Hulk. I mean, I've seen it on indie books, but like, you know, that's not what the Hulk should be looking like. That's supposed to be Frank Castle. I mean, look at that. Or is that Frank Castle? No, it's not. Somebody else. But either way, like, I mean, just look at that face. It's just like, this doesn't feel like a Hulk fight. Frank Castle actually doesn't even feel like Frank Castle very much. And I don't know. we sent the Hulk gets sent on a series of missions where he goes to sleep, he wakes up somewhere else. He was in Mexico on that issue, and I guess that's how they deal with the different artists every issue. Is they have different styles for the different books. I don't like the look of the bald Hulk so much overall. He's in Atlantis in this issue. The next issue he's fighting in space. The next issue he's fighting in like some African safari place. And it turns out that Banner is manipulating all of this. We go Kraven the Hunter here. Again, inconsistent art. This is probably the best of the art in issue 11 there, issue 12. Fights with Wolverine in Antarctica. And Banner is getting like this Hulk serum back, basically, to just reset everything that happened here. And he has a serum that can kill the Hulk, but he decides not to do it. And the Hulk goes and then basically resets everything, so none of this run happened. And that's it. So very very odd that they just like reset it. So you have this really nice, interesting start here with really nice art, and then they have these really weird one-offs as volume 2 that kind of just peter out and resets everything so that the next writer could take it over without having any real consequences to anything in the book. So that's tough. And really I wanted to review these separately because this book is really good and this book was really not so good. Overall, you end up with like a 6 out of 10 because of the inconsistent art in the last book, plus the reset. Like I said, there was no point to the story. It's going to be forgettable. I won't remember what happened in this 2 months from now. So that's it for Jason Aaron's run on The Incredible Hulk. Started out real strong. I don't know if it was the artist, not being able to stay or poor planning on editorial's part or whatnot that caused a problem with this. But there was a problem with this, and that's what happened at the end of the day. So if you like my thoughts, hit that like and subscribe button. If you don't, do it anyway. Leave me your comments and tell me why I'm wrong. I'm interested in knowing about that. And I'll be back with another review soon.